Hi, I'm Jim Lowe, and welcome to one of my high country video chronicles. Today, Roger and I find ourselves in the beautiful California Golden Trout country. We've planned an 8-day trip from Cottonwood Pass to Shepard Pass, and we'll be fishing 3 or 4 different golden trout lakes during that time. If that interests you, please stay tuned to this episode, as well as the series. Thank you. Hi, it's August 30, 2024, and Roger and I are again at Cottonwood Pass. So we're hoping to do 8 days from Cottonwood Pass to Shepard Pass, fishing 3 or more lakes in between. So the trail starts off really sandy. I've got another video which is probably going to have a little bit more detail about this trail, so I'll put that up in the corner. We're kind of getting a late start. It's just after 10. Since we're doing a through hike, we met this morning at the Shepard Pass trailhead, left Roger's car, and then I drove my car down here. That's our destination, the pass. Well, not our final destination. I think last time it took us about 2 hours to get up and over that. So we're just about to cross the creek, and there's a little golden trout right there. No. Well, I mean, if he sits here, he's got people walking by here all the time. Okay, we're switchbacking our way up. Pretty close now, I think. That's where we came from. So 2 hours in, and I am just dying. I just have no energy today for some reason. I'm in decent shape. I haven't been rucking, so that could be part of it. I'm carrying a lot of weight, a lot more than I normally do, probably close to 50 pounds. So that could be it, but just no energy. I think the last time it took us 2 hours to get to the top, and we're at 2 hours now. We're just shy at the top. This is the toughest part though, so it's pretty much rolling until we get to the lake. So hopefully, I'll have a second wind after I get over the pass. There it is. Cottonwood Pass. Whew. Okay, so that was the toughest part of the day. 2 hours, 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure last time we did it in 2 hours. So it's a little disappointing, but we're not going as far today. So it's not like, we're pushing up against the evening or anything like that. We should have, well, originally I thought it was going to be a 5-hour hike. The way I'm feeling right now, it might be 6, but that would still get us at the lake by like 3 or 4 o'clock. So plenty of time to fish, plenty of time to set up camp. So we're 3 hours in. It's 1 o'clock, and we're stopping just below Chicken Spring Lake to have lunch. I've got a lot of food this trip. My bear canister weighs probably about 18 pounds. So I've got heavy stuff like this sandwich, which I'm eating now, got 2 of these. I've got 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then I've got 4 Pop-Tarts for lunch. So I've also got the salami and cheese that I normally bring, plus crackers. That's dinner. Protein after dinner. Granola for breakfast. Protein after granola. And then various snacks for being on the trail. Prunes and figs and bars and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to try to get through the heaviest food early in this trip and lighten up my pack a little bit. There's Chicken Spring Lake. So far, we've been following the PCT, the Pacific Crest Trail. Somewhere up here, there's a trail split, and we're going to split off from that. The trail from Cottonwood Pass to at least where we split off is just dusty, sandy. So if you're not a fan of sand, just take note. Well, I think we've got one more blade to go around, and then we drop into the valley of our lake. I hope. So much sand. But, 5 hours in, it's 3 o'clock, and this trail is kicking our butt. I don't remember it being this hard. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that video. We're probably still another 2 hours from the lake. So we're just sort of sitting out here. Gonna take a short break. And then get moving. You know, it's funny, as soon as I put my pack on, I knew I wasn't feeling good. It was kind of like how I felt last Saturday. I had a run last Saturday, and as soon as I started running, I was like, oh, you know, just don't have it. And then I went and finished that run. And then I ran again Sunday. And Sunday I felt fine. And Sunday I went twice as far. So hopefully I can get some good rest tonight and be better for the hike tomorrow. I think this might be Big Whitney Meadow. Which means that we've only got to go around this bluff and then across that saddle and into the next valley. Jeez. 5 hours, 24 minutes, and we are finally entering Sequoia, Kings Canyon National Parks. Okay, we're starting to level out, which should mean that we're coming to the trail split up here somewhere. So, as I'm here walking, I'm thinking about all the things I need to do when I get to camp. We've been hiking now almost 6 hours, and I typically go through 2.5 liters of water in 6 hours, which means I'm gonna have to pump water. I'm too tired to pump water. I don't want to pump water. I think I'm going to title this the Get Off My Lawn video. I just want to sit at camp, have the water magically appear. So I think I'm going to be looking into a gravity filter. Also, What's up with this leaving the house in the evening, getting caught in Central Valley traffic for 2 hours, then getting caught in Yosemite traffic for 30 minutes, making a 7-hour drive, much longer than that, finally getting to the trailhead, or in the area in the wee hours of the morning, hitting the trail with like 2 hours sleep. Who wants to do that? I don't know if I want to do that anymore. I think it's much more civilized to get a full night's sleep, get up, drive early in the morning, say 5 or 6 a.m., get there somewhere between 12 and 2, hang out for the day, spend the night at the trailhead, get up the next morning, hit the trail nice and rested. I think I'm going to be doing more of that and less of the late night, early morning stuff. Because like I said, get off my lawn. As you know, in the immortal words of Sergeant Murtaugh, I'm too old for this. And here we are at the trail split. PCT goes that way, and we're going this way. We're at the 6-hour mark, which should hopefully put us at the lake in an hour. We're getting close. That's a good sign. No more blades or bluffs to navigate. It's pretty much straight to the lake from here. You're right. So, a couple of years ago, we came this way and went up over that pass over there. We're not going to be doing that this time around. We're going into the same lakes, but instead of going over that pass, we're gonna come in via the PCT. We've got to go through this stuff before hitting the lake. It's not too bad. Okay, we're coming to a creek crossing, and we're going to go across and then go up to the right, and we'll be there. We could have also come in via New Army Pass, which is out of the Cottonwood Lakes trailhead. It's much harder to get a permit though for the Cottonwood Lakes trailhead than it is the Cottonwood Pass trailhead. You know, Cottonwood Lakes has all of the infamous Cottonwood Lakes, and that's where people like to go to fish for goldens. So it can be hard to get a trail permit for that trailhead. It's much easier for the pass. There's a bear box up here, and so since right now we both have too much food to fit in our bear canisters, we're gonna make use of that. So, you know, we'll eat dinner tonight and breakfast tomorrow, and then pack all of our hiking food in our packs, and that'll free up the bear canister, and then we'll have enough space. Okay, bear box is right there. Some nice spots right here. All of it is an overhanging tree. And it looks like there's some nice spots down there. So we are here. Strava says 6 hours, 50 minutes, 10 miles, and 2,098 feet of climbing. Not that much. Pretty slow. Currently we're at an altitude of 10,817. So I guess we're gonna set up camp and then start fishing. We've probably got, what do you think, 2 hours of light? Yeah, we've probably got 2 hours of light. So Roger's already hit the water. I am trying to send a spot signal I'm having trouble with this spot again. I definitely have to get a new one. The second time where I've picked it up and the batteries are dead for no apparent reason. I don't leave it on, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I always carry extra batteries, put the extra batteries in, it seems to run fine. 6 o'clock and I'm heading down to the lake. Roger's already there. I've got with me a 9'5" weight that I patterned after Sage LL with a double tapered line. I've also got a net with me, so I think that'll be a first for the channel. I don't have my polarized lenses on because it's already kind of dark, and if I put the polarized lenses on, it's just going to be that much darker. So we'll see what we can do down here. Now Roger's already down here, and I'm going to guess he went to the left because that's the side that we're most familiar with. The last time we came through here, we didn't fish. We just used this as a shortcut to a better known lake. And we saw there were fish here, and we decided, you know, let's come back here one day and give this place a shot. Yep, there he is. Now I'm not wearing my waders, and this looks marshy. If this is marshy, I am going to retreat. It is marshy, so not fishing that side tonight. Here we are. It does look a bit marshy. It's a beautiful lake though. I don't have time to be real scientific, and I don't really know what's going to work here, and I don't know what kind of bugs are really here. Maybe tomorrow when the light's out and we have a little more time, I can figure that out. So I've got a caddis on, same pattern that we fished last year at the other lake by Rich Ostoff, and then I've got a stillwater nymph. I know there are damsels here. We saw them not last year, but 2 years ago. So yeah, I've got confidence in the stillwater nymph. So we'll see what happens here. And apologies tonight because I don't have a real good way of holding the camera. You know, we're doing this quick, so. Jeez, it's been so long since I fished this rod. I brought the real LL, and then I brought this, figuring I'd fish them side by side. Yeah, the one thing I've noticed about this is I've gotten so used to using a narrower grip. That's where my comfort zone is. Okay, so this fly is pretty heavy, so I'm not going to do a big countdown. I'm just going to start retrieving. And I think what I'll do is I'll just fish the clock here. I'll make like 6 casts. Tomorrow, hopefully, we can come out here and sight fish. So Roger's telling me that I should join him down there. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if he's seeing active fish or what, but we'll find out. So Roger says there were some fish that were starting to hit the surface over here, maybe going for midges before the wind kicked up. So that means they're probably just right underneath the surface film. So yeah, we'll give it a try. I mean, I've got these nymphs on, they're a little bit heavy, they're not going to be fished in the surface film, but you know, if they're active enough, maybe I can entice one to actually strike. Okay, trying out some new gloves today. They're mittens actually, with fingers, and I've got my liners underneath. What I wish it had, I wish it had an open thumb. I think that's going to be a problem for me, but we'll see. So I've seen one fish come up and hit the surface. I think what I'm going to do is take off these heavy flies and put on the gold ribs hare's ear and a standard hare's ear or a midge. Yeah, I see them. I see them. So the only active fish seem to be hitting the surface every once in a while. It's kind of boring fishing, you know, toss it out and just leave it there, leave and heave, or heave and leave. But yeah, I'll give it a try. I'll put on a dry, toss it out there, see what happens. Maybe I'll put in an ant. I haven't fished an ant in a long time. Ants are good fishing. I'm going to try fishing an ant. Frankly, I have no idea what they're on. They're on something really tiny. It's in the surface film. I don't see anything, so prospecting away. Okay, so they're hitting the surface. No idea what they're taking. So what I've done, and I walked away from camp without any fly floating. I've put on my Caddis Triple. It sits in the surface film. It's tiny, so, and you know, I can generally see it, so we'll see what happens. I can generally see it, but not right now. Jeez, cannot see it at all. Oh no. Did he tie me up? I think he tied me up on a stick. Yeah, no, not a stick. He tied me up on grass. Okay, where am I going to take this fish? I guess I will just land him right here in the marshy area. If I can get him through here. Yeah, need my waders. Glad I've got 3X on. Oh, and I've got my net too. Can I get him over here? I don't know if I can get him over here. Gotta get the net wet. There we go. Okay. First netted golden on the channel. Okay, tiny little guy, but that'll do. Okay, that was cool. My fly is just all mucked up, and I don't have any fly floating, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to use that again. And he got me into all that grass. So all that grass is tangled around my leader right now. Well, it just goes to show you, you know, if you give the fish what they want, then they'll take it. I was reluctant to put on a dry fly because I've got 3X on, and I thought I was a little silly, but it worked, you know. Heave and leave is it's kind of a boring way to fish. You know, I'd rather sight fish, but what can you do? Heave and leave. Not floating right now. I can't get much of a back cast. Yeah, see there's a fish right there. Tiny, 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 tiny fish. These are tiny fish. Dry it off. See what happens. Not far enough, but maybe enough of a commotion on the water to draw attention. Nope. It's got to be out farther. Okay, you know what? I switch positions here. I don't need to be out farther, I just need to be closer. Ooh, what was that? And it's not floating anymore. Let's let it sit there for a sec. Could be right under this surface film. Yeah, not floating. And I'm going to lose it in a tree, I know I am. Still not far enough. There we go. Aha! Tiny, tiny fish though. How about over there? I make 1 or 2 more casts, and then I'm going to pump some water and go back to camp. Nope. Let's do that again. Well, I'll just leave it there for a sec since it is floating. Up, and there's the take. And okay. I mean, fun little fish are fun to play with, but so we're back at camp. Roger managed to catch a 9-inch fish, which is pretty cool. A bunch of smoke has moved in, as you can see. Now, there was a fire down below there somewhere when we were coming in, and it looks like the wind's shifted and all the smoke is, coming in here. So it's about 10 after 9, and I'm finally getting some sleep. I'm wearing a buff tonight because of the smoke. Roger's also prepared. I've got this N95 mask in case it gets really bad. Some of the backpackers here are a little concerned about the fire and whether we'll have to evacuate, but I guess we'll see in the morning. I thought it was down towards the edge of Big Whitney Meadow, but others thought it was 1 or 2 bluffs over, so we'll see.
The hills are calling, where the lakes are my home. Leave the stress behind, find peace in my mind. With the still water flowing, lines I'm throwing. Loneliness is not here, there is life everywhere.